What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Scotty. Today I got another Marvel Rivals video for you. I want to say this is around a Diamond 1 or Grandmaster 3 lobby, and this was taken during the Season 5 gameplay, so it's a little bit old, but this was the introduction to Gambit. With that being said, we are going to be playing some Cap, and let's see what he can give for some tips and tricks today. I do want to say Cap State in the meta right now, he isn't one of the best tanks, but in my opinion, he's definitely one of the better dive tanks. He can also fit into brawl comps, and yeah, if you do the right things, you can definitely have a lot of impact on the game. So let's see what we can get into. I actually have another tank right now, so I'm going to let her handle most of the frontlining responsibilities, specifically because it's Emma. I'm going to jump on the back line here, and unfortunately I don't get the kill. One tip, which I didn't manage to get here, is save your shield throw for when Invis jumps. Even if she's invisible, if you throw it at the ground, it's going to auto-track her. Remember, save your shield for those clutch moments. Right there, I was really low, and luckily I had my shield to full health. I was able to block all the incoming damage. On that note, shout out my healers, for real. I think my BP switched to Iron Fist, so this is going to be really fun here. We're just walking down the back line and the front line at the same time. They're actually really good together, so if you ever see an Iron Fist, try to run your Cap with them because they have really good synergy. Especially when you guys are coordinating on your dives and everything like that. It's a really fun time. Me and my friends actually call it what's known as the hands team. The enemy team is going to be reaching for some kills at this point. They're throwing multiple ultimates, and as a dive tank, at this point, your decisions kind of split, and it can be really tough to decide what to do. Depending on your team comp, in my honest opinion, you should definitely just play for yourself. Many of the tank ults could actually be peeled for, and in fact, I would actually recommend that you pop your ultimate during them to help your team stay alive and block with your shield during the same instance. You'll get a lot of value. But for the most part, if there's a Star-Lord ult or a Punisher ult or ults that you really can't save your team from, I would just play for your life. And hopefully your team has the IQ to back up and regroup. We're starting to move pretty smoothly here. And honestly, I'm just going to set up for my next dive. Nothing could go wrong, right? Bruh. Honestly, that's the only thing this character's good for. Anyways, back to the real fight. This is a perfect instance of what I was talking about earlier. I don't have my ult, so I can't pop it, but I do just stand there and I body block for my Hawkeye. Honestly, it just feels so good to make plays like that, because if I had $1 for every time a Cap player made that play, I'd probably have like $7. While you're not the best at actually peeling, you can definitely just help your team. For the sake of the game, consistently check on your backline and make sure they're okay. A really easy concept to think about as a dive tank in order to be successful is a push-pull mentality. If you ever played tug of war when you're really little, a great strategy is to give space so the team suddenly becomes unstable, and then pull as hard as you can so the team fully gets off balance. I'm going to jump on the Invis again, and she barely gets away from me. I'm definitely hawking her for the rest of the game. We've already gotten the first part of the payload, so I'm just making sure I'm alive and checking out my backline once again. I actually managed to get the kill on the Magic here, all from just checking on my team and staying with them. Even here, I get extra value out of staying with my backline by being here and being ready for the Strange ult. And honestly, with that being said, the tank role is just one of the thankless roles in the games. Doing something like that isn't just going to show up on the stat sheet. Unfortunately, like a kill, or a big ultimate, but it's definitely going to help you get the win at the end of the day. A really good combo that you can use for Cap is to actually throw his shield and then do a super soldier slam for a quick burst of damage. It's not a ton, but it would definitely get the job done when the enemies are low. Also remember to always be doing his animation cancel for extra damage. If anybody doesn't know how to do his animation cancel, drop a comment down below and I can give you a quick tutorial on basically how to do it. You should begin to see a pattern with some of these ultimates. Every time Gambit uses his, I'm trying to be as aggressive as possible and build my ultimate. When Gambit runs in your team composition, the two of you become an ultimate charging battery for your team. Whenever you use yours, he gains his ultimate, and whenever he uses his, you gain your ultimate. Me and Bucky are kind of just fooling around here, making sure the high ground is occupied by our team. But again, I'm just checking on the back line, going through my team, making sure everybody's okay. While it doesn't look like I'm doing a bunch, every person on the enemy team feels my presence. Definitely not a bad round in my opinion. Honestly, I wasn't getting tons of final hits, but like I said, every single time I was in somebody's face, they were respecting the space that I was taking, and ultimately my team was able to capitalize on that. With the second round coming, I actually end up solo tanking, so let's see how it goes here.
3, 2, 1. Hostile forces incoming.
Because the team composition has shifted, my main responsibility now is solely the objective. I know I'm a diver, and I know I can get in the back line, but I want to make sure that the payload doesn't get free space. Again, here, my team is dead, but my sole objective is just play the payload. You're gonna have to get me off if they want to move this thing. But here's just a quick reminder, don't always get too greedy, because this is what happens. This fight I set up on the high ground. Like I said, that push-pull mentality, that tug of war, giving them the illusion that I'm not there. They're walking in on my team, and I jump on them. I like to think of Cat kind of like a hall monitor. He's always roaming the field, back to front, looking at his team, making sure nobody's doing something they're not supposed to. If there's anybody out of line, he's going to check them, and he's going to restore balance back to the team. Look, I know it can be tempting to push, but stay home. Look at this free value I get just by playing the payload. I get to block the strange ult for the CND, and we immediately flip the script and apply pressure to their team. Remember to use these portals to rotate on the enemy team, not just for Captain America, but for all characters on the roster. The Invis ultimate was unfortunate, but I'm just trying to build my ultimate at this point. Like I said, with the Gambit ult, it's going to boost your charge, so I'm just trying to do as ton of damage as I can. With the CND ult here, we pretty much clean up the enemy team, and they really don't have any pressure on us. They're in overtime, and they're not going to end up touching. With that being said, that is going to be the round. I didn't manage to get MVP this game, but I managed to do a lot of good things that didn't show up on the stat sheet. If you liked this video and you guys wanted to see more content, feel free to drop a comment on who you guys want to see next. With that being said, this is Scotty signing off. Peace.